One winner. It'll give a 10-second countdown. Please be in Florida. Please be in Florida.
648 people
Please
watching.
be in Orlando.
Charles
A.
All right, let me look this person up real quick for you. All right.
I wonder if he's not in the design queue, is he? It says 3 orders. What's the 3rd order? Oh, he has something.
Oh, nice.
That is sick. So he's one of the guys who bought the design service
for $3,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Charles.
Hello, Matt.
It's Matt Mormon. You're live on the podcast. You are the winner of the garage giveaway. So we're coming to Texas. So you are the number 1 entrant, and you are the number 1 winner, which is awesome. So I'll call you offline, and we'll start talking about plans and how we're going to get you set up. I'd love to hear about your garage.
Yeah, super excited. Super excited.
So just imagine you've never been able to do the flooring correctly or the lighting just right. Maybe you didn't get the flooring, lighting, cabinets, tools, air compressor, all the things you've dreamt of. But just imagine what that would be like if you were able to do that all at once, all in one place at one time with one budget. That's what I think we're talking about here. And that's a microcosm of what this whole Obsessed Garage experience has become for me. It's just imagining things. Man, what if I could put the pressure washer on the shelf on the wall? And then what if I didn't have to get the hose out of my cabinet and I put it on a hose reel? And that imagining just keeps going, I think, for infinity. And so the whole picture, the whole idea of Obsessed Garage was born out of that, imagining. So Charlie was fortunate enough to win this thing where we come out and in a finite amount of time and a space that's an empty blank canvas, and we're going to complete his imagination of what that dream could look like. Put it all in one spot. Flooring, lighting, tools, cabinets, all the different collections of things that I've been imagining since birth, it seems, because this is what I really love doing. So I hope you'll join us for this series, because I think you're really gonna want to see how this goes. We're gonna take Charlie and you through this whole process, start to finish. And during this video series, we're also going to be doing another garage giveaway. So we're going to be selecting another winner. And we're going to be doing this over the course of the next year because the process takes a while. If you've never done this before, you've been thinking about this your whole life. It takes time between construction and then selection and rendering and designing, and then getting all the product aggregated, shipped to you, and then put on the walls. We've got to paint the walls. We've got to put the electrical outlets in. We've got to mount the pressure washer to the wall. We've got to put the lights on the ceiling. All that stuff has to happen. But I'm asking you to imagine what it could be like for you, and we'll all live vicariously through Charlie and his experience that he gets to go through in this series.
So Charlie, you won the giveaway. Incredible. Lifetime opportunity for you, lifetime opportunity for us. It's cool to be able to do this. But tell us about yourself and then how you kind of got to learn about Obsessed Garage.
Sure. Charlie, married, 2 kids, into cars, starting to get more into the sports car realm. I've always been a 4x4 guy, from Rovers all the way through Jeeps and whatnot, off-road camping. Back in 2010, I was one of the first with a rooftop tent before it became the thing.
They're everywhere now.
That was on my Disco Series 1. Kind of started delving more into the sports cars. Future plans are to grow in that realm. I'd like to get one the year the boys were born. 2010 and 2014 would be ideal. Kind of narrowing those models down. Currently, this is actually going to be the first garage that I actually have space for something. We've had a couple of houses in the past, and none of the garages. I mean, small 2-car Florida
Right.
garages, originally from Florida.
Yeah.
But never had a garage that was usable. So it was always mechanicking, putting lifts on a Jeep in the driveway, sitting out there, and HOAs don't tend to like that too much. So I'm looking for something a little bigger, and that's, I saw the giveaway, wanted to jump on board with that. Always kind of watched you guys on YouTube, so that was a good thing when that came up, and I was able to pin that one down and win
That's
it.
amazing.
So with this garage, I'm kind of with this build on this house, I'm hoping to get that 4-car that I can have one section to store a couple of vehicles in, and then another maybe put a lift to actually work on the vehicles themselves. So,
Got it.
never been a real big detailer. I've always been, like I said, the four-wheel drive guy, and you run them through the woods and swamps of Florida, and you just park them for a little while until the dirt starts falling off of them. But then with the nicer cars, kind of feel bad letting them sit there dirty. So I finally started getting into it a little bit. The BMW was a recent purchase, December. So then I went ahead and ordered some things from you guys, and it was part of that giveaway package. I figured, why not?
Once it started to become clear that there was a void in the world, a void in the market, a void in the garage space, that there wasn't a resource for all of these things. And one of the common themes when I first talked to him was, I think I would have done some of this stuff, but I probably wouldn't have been able to figure it all out. I'm busy. I have an interest in this, and I think I have a passion for it. But I just don't know that I could have put it all together. And so, to me, it became very clear the mission or the pursuit was to become the end-to-end solution. And then the Obsessed Garage website has become the place where it all comes together. And you can go there and solve, in many cases, I used to say this often, I create solutions to problems you didn't know you had. I didn't know I had, and you didn't know you had, and together we can solve them. And that, to me, is the spice of life. That's my favorite thing to do. That's the pursuit.
Clearly you're obsessed. Clearly you're particular. It's not about fancy and expensive. It's about right. What's right? What's functionally excellent? And that's, I think, the message we're conveying here in this project.
No, that's what I'm looking for. If it wasn't for you guys, I'm sure I'd get some things in there and realize I should have done it a lot different than I did.
Right.
So
we're going to get you almost the whole way there. And then the next house, we'll make some tweaks and get to 95.6%. And the next house is 96.2%. I don't think you ever get there. Never actually get there. If we did, then there's no journey. We're just living in the destination. This is part of the spice of the whole thing, is to trial and error. I think the key message here, what we're gonna come up with and what we're gonna present to you is, it might take us 8 days to do this,
right?
But it's been my whole life, and then the rocket fuel that we have, and Kyle has a 6-person team that spends all day, figuring this out and how to do this. So I'm really excited to share that with you. The question I have so if we weren't doing this, let's say that I didn't exist, what would you do in the garage? Like, what the heck would
I would still do a lift and, still drag a pressure washer out on a cord. I would probably have new age cabinets. I mean, if you were there, I would probably order your cabinets. I would have still ordered stuff from you guys.
Yeah.
But this whole process, when I saw that garage giveaway pop up, I was like, it's a no-brainer, right?
Each single thing you see in the background here, each thing we're going to put in Charlie's garage, each socket, each wrench, each screw that we use to put the pressure washer on the wall, I've probably spent, a half a dozen hours or more on each little tiny piece. I want to share it with you. You don't want to do it. And so we can have an equal exchange in value here, and that I can turn this obsession toward a greater good in providing you a really great service that otherwise doesn't exist. The realization has been the object really doesn't matter. It's the relationship that the object creates the conduit for. This, this wrench or this air compressor or this light bulb is a conduit for me to have a general relationship with another human. And that conduit has become the relationship driver. And then what I realized is that this discussion I'm having with you on camera, this discussion that we have with our now customers and clients, the thing is what gets us there. And so we get to have a relationship with Charlie because of that pursuit of information and passion for detail.
Really, just in this call, I want to walk you through the normal process of what we would do with a normal client, and talk about who you are, try and build this relationship between us a little better, and then we'll get into how we want to plan it out. So here's the floor plan. It's got a lot of accommodations for, I think everything you're going to need and want to do.
Being in this house for 5 years now, we've discovered what we like and don't like about it. It was almost perfect when we moved in. I think this is going to put us closer to perfect. I don't think you'll ever design a perfect house. There's always going to be something you want to change when you get in there and live in it. But I had plenty of time to think about this garage. So not only do I like the cars, the vehicles, Jeeps, 4x4, sports cars, I'm also a quasi chef, home cook. So food was a big portion of it as well. So you can see in the front of we had a lot of time to design this. So in the upper portion closest to the house, you can see kind of a prep kitchen and a couple fridge and freezer right there, double freezer, single fridge. And then I also had the foresight to we kind of have a bump out in our garage now, and that's kind of where the tent and bikes are at, but it's not nearly big enough. So this bump out at the other end of the garage is going to be the storage for accessories, bikes and whatnot. I'll end up mounting the tent on the truck and keeping it there.
Cool.
We'd throw a barn door. I think they show that on the plan right there. So we'd have a barn door to kind of, sliding door, whatever, to close that off. The idea was to have a 4-post double car storage lift on this side, be able to put 4 cars on this side here, and then have.
So do you mean like the double wide one?
Correct.
Yeah.
I've looked at a couple different brands, but put a double wide storage lift there so we could hold 4 cars, right? And then right here on the other side is where I was thinking maybe put another scissor lift to actually throw a vehicle up on real quick. And after watching a couple of the videos you guys posted throughout the years, the sunken lift like in the shop might be pretty good right there.
Yeah, since you're pouring the slab, that's easy to form in when they're doing that. Yep.
I was thinking maybe Sonic or something across that back wall where the windows are. Hoping you guys could do some kind of storage solution maybe in there with the bikes and, pressure washer setup, compressor. So I think we have enough room to work around in there.
What do you plan on doing in the garage with your cars?
I'm hands-on. I would do, I guess as Matt was saying, not a mechanic, right? You got to be a mechanic, taking out engines and all. I'm not going to be doing that, but I'll be bolting on exhausts. I'll be putting on lifts. It just kind of depends on. So the boys are 14 and 9, so they're getting ready to start. I want them to build their cars. I feel that if they build their cars, they will respect them a little bit more. Maybe not trash them as they're going up through high school, and look after them a little bit better if they actually turn the wrenches on them themselves. And maybe take some more pride into it. We'll be doing wrenching in the garage. One of the reasons I wanted the lift, we plan on being hands-on with the cars. So,
So you saw in the video that Charlie has some unique things. He's a chef, barbecuer. He likes cooking. He likes entertaining, and I've found in this process, and then Kyle and the team has spent a lot of time delivering this for people. Everybody has a little different take on what their garage should look like. The style, the color, the look, the feel, the function, all the things that go on in the garage. And so our next part of the series is going to be really drilling down into the detail of that. Okay, we know what you like now. We've gotten introduced to what the purpose of this place is, this blank canvas. So now let's start to put it together. And so we're going to really start to dig into the design process. And remember I said in the beginning of the video that this sort of idea of imagine, this thing that we've created with putting a person's garage together based on what their interests are and what their purpose is and what their function is going to be, and then aggregating all this stuff. This is like the dream, you know, and I wanted to create something where we could make people's dreams come true, put it all together for them, take a lot of that onus of buying the wrong thing. And I don't know if everything we have is the very best in the world. I'm certainly pursuing to see if I can figure out if it is. And if it's not, we're looking for the best in the world. But I'm certain that every single thing we're going to put in Charlie's garage is going to function well, it's going to look great, it's going to solve a lot of the problems that he didn't know he had. This series is going to get very detailed, very granular. We're going to include Charlie in this whole process, show you how this goes, and who knows, maybe you're the next winner. Or maybe we start working together because you want to go through this process.
I'm still at a loss of words, right?
I am too, and this is going to be so good. I mean, even if you're not into garages, it doesn't matter. If you have a garage that's dialed in, I'm telling you, the people that bought my house, they've got like potting soil on my stainless shelves, and like, you know, but they wanted it. Like, it wasn't an option. Like, you can't take this out.
So I'm asking you to imagine what this could be like for you. Put yourself in Charlie's shoes and let's all live vicariously through him. It's going to be a cool ride. Thanks for watching. Hope you're ready for the rest of the series. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. This garage is going to be awesome.